In today's video, I'm going to show you how to make this one and so many other adorable Halloween DIYs. So let's go ahead and jump right in. I'm going to start out with this wooden bead wreath. And Dollar Tree has a bunch of new skeletons to choose from, and I really like this one because it's not shiny and it's not dull like the older ones. Okay, I do want to make him look like he's swinging on this thing. So I am going to glue him down a little bit, and I'm going to attach a little piece of wire from the head here. I think what I'm going to do also is just add a little bit of hot glue right on his neck and the head so he doesn't twist around too much. I want to make sure that this guy doesn't go anywhere, so I'm going to put a zip tie around his leg. When you bend the knees, just be careful because part of this kneecap right here might break off. I don't want it to break, I just want it to bend. Just like that. Exactly what I didn't want to happen happened. So try to put a little glue in the joint there so the feet don't move around. And then when I bend it, I'm going to bring it down at an angle. And then I'm going to glue this one like that and cross his legs. I'm just going to slide some of the leaves all the way down, that way they're staggered. The next one's going to be super easy. I got this frame from Dollar Tree. I really love the texture of this paper on the background. I just don't want the design. So I'm hoping that the same texture is going to be on the back. Oh no, it's glued. Shoot. Okay, over here, oh geez, I gotta fix this. I have some miscellaneous paper, and I know I have textured paper here. They're not big pages, but I think I'll just use that. I kind of like this one. Just a speckled. Grab a couple of these. Yeah, I like these. And then I think if I just... Okay, I have a couple other pieces of scrap paper. I really like this one, but I like this one also. I think I'm going to just glue this one in the center. So I'm going to make sure that the tailbone here touches the frame, and then the rest of the legs are just going to kind of hang out on the outside of the frame as well as the arms. And these aren't flexible. These don't move around. So I don't think they do. Yeah, no, these are completely attached. So it's not like they have joints. So it's going to be kind of stiff, but I think that's okay. I'm just going to take several of these. Then I also got some craft wood. Literally super easy to take off. So you just bend it a little bit and then remove the head, take that off, and then the legs, just like that. And you can reuse the rings as nose rings. Just kidding. Don't do that.
Mom,
Yeah?
I like that.
You like that? I'm glad you do.
And the ghost.
Love ya.
Okay, bye-bye.
Goodbye. Love you, Mama. I'm going to use the deep brown and also the white. I'm going to take the brown paint, use a wet wipe to stain the wood. Okay, while those dry, I'm gonna come over here and grab some of my craft paper. I'm gonna go with this theme. Let's see if I find anything. I'm gonna have some other ones in here. I'm just gonna pull these out. Pull that one out. And then, unless, oh, I have a fall one. I didn't even realize. Nah, I'll go with this one. Let me look through. I like this one. I like that one. Ooh, I like this one. I'm gonna go with one like this. I think this one too. So I'm gonna take those witch hat ornaments and I'm gonna take 3 of them. I didn't realize that it was going to be kind of flimsy after I put the hat on because it's a little top heavy. I'm just going to make sure that I don't lift this up when I glue it because I want this to be super flush with the board because again, we're going to put it on a shelf and it's going to be like on the edge of the shelf where their legs are going to be hanging out or hanging off. Totally add like some string lights to go behind them to kind of light them up a little bit. I might do that, I might not, but that's an option too. I'm going to trim the canvas here to be as close as possible to the frame. I'm going to go to Canva and I'm going to print out some skeleton silhouettes. And I have an 8x11 silhouette. Ooh, okay, perfect. All right, these are the 2 that I picked, and then I'm just going to print them out now. All right. Now I'm going to take the Dollar Tree all-purpose caulk. I'm going to cover the staples, but ooh, I hope I have enough. I'm going to take a little piece of cheesecloth and I'm just going to give it some texture. Oh, cut my finger. I don't even know how I did it. Oh my gosh. I sat down and I accidentally touched the freaking tip of this heat gun right onto my knee. You see that? Ouchie. Yep, I left a mark. I honestly don't know what's worse. The cut on my finger, the burn on my leg, or how hot it is in this garage. Oh my goodness. Honestly, I didn't even need the heat gun because this caulk dries pretty quickly. It's already dry. Like I could give it 2 or 3 more minutes and then it's solid. But I'm not wasting time, so I'm just gonna start painting.
Hello, my baby.
Hello, my darling. Okay, I'm gonna use a chalkboard paint here. I'm going to take this metallic gold paint and I'm going to use a fan brush here. Okay, I'm going to come over here where I have a glass table and I'm going to take a lantern and put it right underneath. All right, and then I'm going to put the canvas down here. Ta-da! I'm going to try to use some smaller tip paintbrushes. The last time I did something like this, I tried it with some markers, but it bleeds, okay? So I'm just going to use the paint. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, this one requires a tiny bit of patience because obviously it's like very thin details, small brush, and I'm like a perfectionist about it. I'm even making like the little vertebrae points on the spine. You don't have to do that. And if you find maybe like some paint markers, I don't know, I feel like it's gonna run, but anyway. You're gonna need a little patience for this, okay? Whew. One down. That I feel like these might be a little bit too big, and I did cut one down a little bit, just around the edges, but it looks a little wonky. I don't know if you can tell. That one or that one. Oh, maybe this one. When I look at it like that. Go over here and get some alcohol markers. Let's see. Bella, girl. It's gonna color it in. I think I'm gonna do like some paint in the background to make it look like it's a glowing jack-o'-lantern. I always debate these things because I don't want to mess it up, you know? And then I'm gonna use this deep yellow acrylic paint from Dollar Tree, and then I'm gonna paint the background. I'm going to take a really small tip paintbrush and then this goldenrod acrylic paint from Dollar Tree. And I feel like that just makes it glow a little bit more. Hopefully make it glow even more. I'm going to take a little dot of white acrylic paint. I have some of the witch hat ornaments left, so I'll use 2 of these. I'm gonna use some craft paper, and I don't know if you can tell that this has a little bit of like a textured look. It's not textured, it just has like that pattern. I'm also gonna add some of these bats on here. I'm gonna add a little thumb right here as if he's holding the hat. There they are. But now it looks like they're missing some brooms, right? Yes. And I'm basically gonna do like the start of a tassel. I would love to know which one of these DIYs was your favorite. Make sure you guys let me know in the comments. Make sure you guys check out this video where I show you a ton of fall DIYs you're gonna love. If you did enjoy this video, I would love for you guys to give me a thumbs up. Leave me any comments or questions down below, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye!